Pacer play and Pacer action is on the air this afternoon. Welcome back, Pacer Nation, to the USC Aiken Convocation Center. Another Saturday for hoop action as the USC Aiken women's basketball team will be going into a heated matchup with the Lander Bearcats. Pacers are looking to close out the regular season with a strong win against the Bearcats. Have an overall tough season thus far. We'd love to close things out with another W in the column this afternoon. And as we come into tip-off, tonight's tip-off is brought to you by the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you are taking a chance, you are giving a chance. And the ball is up, underway. Pacer possession, Mel Tua, possession. Madison Williams, number 15. Chesney Gardner featured this past week on Pacer of Lex. Call coming back down on number 24. And Pacer Nation, I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce my colleague, the Disney fanatic, Allie Bell.
Thanks,
welcome back.
Ian. Thank you. And hey, Pacer Nation.
Pacers still with possession here as the Bearcats secure the first personal foul here this afternoon. And Quashon LaFaro is going to lose the handles as the Bearcats are able to pick it up. Number 11 for the Bearcats, Amaya Passmore, looking to drive the lane. And just like that, the Pacers are going to get a personal foul themselves. Number 13, Chesney Gardner. It's number 11 recently in that drive. Passmore tried to drive the lane. Looking to pivot there in the low post. Earning herself a round of free throws here at the Cherry Stripe. Things still 0-0 thus far. However, the Bearcats are able to take the first point here this afternoon. And Toole long over inbound to Chesney Gardner, looking to go up and unable to connect there on that drive. But a great initiative there by the Pacers. For Mel Tuo just to seek out the intended target being Gardner. However, unable to connect. However, the Pacers are going to have another opportunity, and Kano Suzuki was not able to maintain it. She unfortunately stepped outside. It's going to be Bearcats basketball once more. Well, Allie, it's been a week here since we've been back here in the Convocation Center as we come into this afternoon. A very tough matchup here for the Pacers, the Bearcats. The Pacers are going to have to work uphill. It's going to be an uphill battle as the Bearcats are almost leading across the board, especially when it comes to field goal percentages. But before we get to that, lost there by the handles of the Bearcats, picked up here by the Pacers once more. Mel Tuwell, the Gardner looking to go for the layup off the back glass for two, and the Pacers are going to reclaim the lead. As we slow down here for a moment, excuse me, Allie.
No, you're fine.
Well, what are your thoughts coming into this afternoon's game?
Well, again, like you're saying, how we have an uphill battle ahead of us. I mean, like you said, Lander leads in every area, but on top of that, their energy and their scrappiness is just like unbelievable, and their intentionality for getting any turnovers that they possibly can and stuff. I think the goal for us today is just finding any little opportunities around the defense. I mean, no matter what kind of defense they're in or how aggressive it is, there's always some open area. So I think our goal today is just finding that and then executing it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pacers had an uphill battle as last week against Clayton State. However, they were able to make some quick adjustments as they needed to. One of those adjustments that the Pacers were able to make was closing out the passing lanes in last week's game, and we've been able to see that thus far, even though it's been a few minutes here in the first quarter. The Pacers have been able to prove to make adjustments on the fly, especially when they need to.
For sure, and like always, any PBC game here is always, you never know what the outcome's going to be, no matter what anyone's record coming in is or stats coming in. Like every PBC is a strong, hard, aggressive game. So it's anybody's game.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Bearcats once again coming out here into this drive. Number 20, Jessica Harris, over long to number 4, Sarah Cruz. Cruz to Jester. Harris once more. Number 11, Passmore. Passmore at the key. Cruz looking to cut inside. The Bearcats fighting to get inside. Less than 10 left on the shot clock. Going up for the rebound, coming back down. Williams in the intended target being Suzuki. Two-will. Both women inbound. Kick back to Suzuki. Madison. Pacers looking to cut inside, drive the lane. And for the rebound, battle for the rebound. Farah to number 21, Kanjay of the Bearcats. Number 3, Jester with a fake 3, cuts inside, goes up for 2 instead. And for the battle for the rebound, both women are going to take a fall and step on out. However, as the Bearcats got the last hand, as the Pacers got the last hand, head coach Mark Miller looking to dispute the call. However, it's going to be Bearcats basketball. Passmore, since this is one inbound. Harris at the key once again. Cruz here on the arc, looking to cut inside. 15 on the clock. And number 11, Passmore going up high for 3 off the back iron. But for the rebound, number 21, Michaela Kanjay. Is able to get a pair of 2s herself. Things tied 3-3. Rakoya Anderson over long to the senior, Rosalind Farah. Soft handoff to Williams once more. Williams on the moving screen, looking to dribble right. Suzuki on the arc once more, looking to cut inside herself. Less than 15 on the shot clock. Corey Anderson looking for a intended target, being Farah just a little bit outside of placement. The Bearcats looking to return the receipt over long to number 4, Cruz. Cruz to Harris on the moving screen, drives the lane, cuts, pivots in the post, comes back down. Once again, the Pacers, again here coming out on this drive. 2-0 driving stroke up the center, goes up for 2. And the Bearcats, Harris looking to return the receipt herself, getting up 2. And the Bearcats are not giving an inch here to the Pacers whatsoever. Both teams here firing on all 8 cylinders here early on. Suzuki over long, almost stolen there by the Bearcats. 2-0 with a kick over to Corey Anderson going up for a 3 herself. Rebound. Farah goes up for 2. 7-5 your current score. Allie, thus far it looks like both teams are just coming out the gate just strong.
Oh my gosh, yes, especially the defense. We always have aggressive defense, but I think today is more stepped up than usual. But given Lander's doing the same thing, they keep double teaming somebody, and just with the full court press that they have going on, I think we're doing a really good job of identifying who the open man is. Because whenever someone double, there's always someone open. So I think we're doing a really good job of passing it around.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jessica Harris and Anaya Jester getting a few points on the board for themselves. Pacer Nation actually went to high school with number 20, Jessica Harris, showing some of that same veracity that she showed back in high school. And for the battle for the rebound once more, number 11, Passmore going up for 2 herself. 7-12 your current score. And we're going to take our first full media timeout here this afternoon. Pacer Nation, don't go anywhere. We'll be back here very shortly. welcome back, Pacer Nation. Checking here at the line, it's going to be number 13, Chestnut Gardner, coming back into the court here this afternoon. Before going to our first full media timeout here this afternoon, the Bearcats were able to get back-to-back points here on the board in both drives consecutively. For the Pacers, looking to upset that momentum. Suzuki with possession, coming up against Jessica Harris. Very tough defense here from, but picked up by number 4, Sarah Cruz, drives the lane, goes all the way, goes up for 2 for the back glass. And already the Bearcats are showing some of that athleticism and aggressive tendency here this afternoon. Pacers looking to return the receipt in this drive. Too well with possession once more. Dribbling left, but shifting up the center, right side of the court. Pivot, turns, Suzuki. Looking to fight her way up here to the key. 15 left here on the shot clock. Spins in the key on the arch. Suzuki. Personal coming back down. The Bearcats, number 3, Anaya Jester. And that's the Japanese native. Suzuki's going to be coming off. The senior, Farah, coming back on. 2 will. Going off here to the sideline to send this one inbound. Short to Williams. Williams, once again, dribbling right. They're going to come inside to the post over Lawn. Anderson here, perfect placement at the key.
That's a pretty shot.
Perfect placement right there on the arch on the wing. As you said, Allie, just a great 3 right there. What a great way to start off the first quarter here. The current score, 10-14. Bearcats looking to widen that point gap thus far here this afternoon. Number 11 once more, Passmore sizing up the Pacers, but Cruz coming up against some tag team defense here of the Pacers, and they're able to work that in. Williams once more coming up against number 3, Anaya Jester, already showing some athleticism here this afternoon. Proving tough here for the Pacers. Madison looking to drive the lane, rolls around the iron, comes back out. Farrah looking to save this, and unable to do so. And as the Bearcats are going to make a few adjustments themselves, number 12, Quindasia Hamilton coming onto the court. Standing at 5'6", the sophomore all the way from Waynesboro, Georgia. Looking to make a name for himself thus far here in the first quarter in this afternoon's game. Both Passmore and Harris inbound. Hamilton going up for 3 herself, but off the back iron for the rebound. Battle for the rebound. This one coming back down on number 22, Rakoya Anderson. Bearcats basketball once more. Passmore looking to cut inside herself. Once again, the call coming back down on the floor. Another turnover here in Pacer favor. 10-14. Too well, looking for an intended target, but a fake. Overlawn to Gardner. Gardner looking to move this one up the court as quickly as she can. Pacers would love to close out this quarter in the lead from middle to 2-0 to Farrah going up for the back glass for 2. 12-14, your current score. And number 3, Jester. Going up for 2 herself, 12-16. 2-0 once again. We're going to send this one inbound with fake, since this one to Gardner anyway. Once again, the Pacers coming out here in this drive, looking to demonstrate some of that great ball movement that they have shown previously before. Looking to move the ball up the court. With a handoff from Williams to Anderson, the 2-0 to Gardner, going up off the back glass. A battle for the rebound once more. Bearcats basketball once again. Number 12, Hamilton. Hamilton to Harris, halts right here at the key, decides, runs to arc. To number 11, Passmore. Again, the Bearcats. Number 21 looks, turns, and pivots, Kanjay. Back to number 12, Hamilton, once again off the back iron, but she gets hands on it, rolls around the iron once more. And on both attempts, the Bearcats are not able to connect. However, gets the Pacers another opportunity to drive. Williams definitely taking an opportunity. There's 16 left here on the shot clock. Anderson over long to Two-Will. Pacers still here on the arc on the wing. Two-Will's going to cut inside. Goes up, pivots, goes up for two herself. Comes back down for the rebound. Bearcat basketball. Harris looking to drive the lane once again. Kick back to number 3 to Cruz. Off the back iron for the rebound. However, the Bearcats are able to capitalize. Number 11, Passmore, seizing those opportunities, 12 to 18. Williams. Giving an eye here on the clock herself. Less than 20 remaining. However, Williams is going to swing left. Covered all around. Covered all around here was number 15, Madison Williams. So the officials coming together. And as the officials call it, inadvertent whistle, it's going to remain Pacer basketball. And Allie, with less than 90 seconds remaining, what do the Pacers need to do just to tie things up here in the first quarter?
Yeah, I think, like we mentioned earlier, just with how aggressive Lander's playing defense, I think we're doing a great job moving the ball. So I think we just need to keep that up. And if it doesn't work for one play, just forget about it, move on, and not let it affect, not let us stop moving the ball around, because that's the only way we're going to win this game. But I also think that we came out with really strong defense, and I think it has lightened up a little bit. So I want to see it come out stronger for the second quarter.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pacers have demonstrated the ability to make adjustments when necessary on the fly. Definitely showing some improvements from last week, closing up some of those passing lanes with a great kick over from Anderson to Farah. The Gardner looking to go for 3 herself, but for the rebound, Two-Will almost lost there by the Pacers. Suzuki, Anderson going up for 3 herself, and that's going to be a second one this quarter for Anderson, 17 to 18. However, Farah is able to capitalize this on the handle to number 11, Two-Will herself, pivots and turns here on the wing here in enemy territory, looking to move the ball here up the court. Less than 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Two-Will looking for an intended target, taking some words from head coach Mark Miller. Less than 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The senior looking to make a few moves herself, turns in the lane, back to Anderson, right there at the key for 3. Can she get it? Talk about a closer to the end of the first quarter. Talk about a showing here from number 22, Rakoya Anderson. The Rock Hill native came out this afternoon here, the last game of the regular season. Talk about a phenomenal closer here thus far. Allie, what are your thoughts?
I mean, we're talking about ball movement all we want, but shooting some threes definitely helps out the situation. I mean, man, if I wouldn't have seen who shot it, I think that's Kana out there shooting three-pointers in the first quarter alone. So I hope Rakoya Anderson just keeps this up going in for the rest of the game, because that's definitely going to be useful.
Absolutely, absolutely. Pacers were down briefly by 6 here as we were coming down into crunch time here in the first quarter. However, Anderson was able to come in for swoop just for threes, and the Pacers were able to reclaim the 2-point lead. However, Pacer Nation, can the Pacers do the same thing? Can they find this wave of momentum, and can they stick with it as we come here into the second quarter? We'll be back here very shortly. Welcome back once more again, Pacer Nation. Your current score 20 to 18. Rakoya Anderson closing out the first quarter with a strong clutch 3. And as Gardner looking to go up for 2 off the back glass herself, number 21, Michaela Kanje. Getting a personal foul here herself. Number 13, Chestnut Gardner, was featured this week on the Pacer Athletics YouTube channel, giving her own story of how she came and fell in love into the sport of basketball. Very inspiring. If you have the opportunity, make sure you swing on out, hear her own story as well. As Gardner misses her first free throw attempt. Gardner once again takes her form, goes up for one. Rolls around the iron but comes back down. Once again, the Lander Bearcats having another opportunity to drive here in this possession. Pass more to Cruz. Harris here at the key. Cruz once more again here at the arc over there, low into the post. To number 21, Kanjay overshooting it. Pacers once again. Suzuki. Some great handles here with possession with a kick over to Williams. Over short to Anderson. Gardner back over to Suzuki. Pacers doing a great job with ball movement and passing ability here thus far into the second quarter. Definitely closing up some of those passing lanes. However, from Gardner to Anderson, overshoots it. Battle for the rebound. Bearcats are going to pick up once more. Cruz again dribbling up the center to Harris. Here's Haltz here at the key. Cruz goes up high for three herself off the back glass, off the back iron. And for the rebound, Suzuki to Williams once more. Both women inbound, dribbling right. Looking to shift left here up the center. Suzuki still here with possession, calls an audible. Fighting her way here up to the wings. Over to Anderson, almost loses it. Almost loses the handles. Anderson comes up to the wings himself, looking to go for three once more. And as the officials call the whistle, we'll see who the call is on.
Foul is on number 21. That's her second, team second. Checking the lineup is number 3. And Jester, number 24, Tabitha Daly. On the court for the Pacers, now 2 wheels.
Both the Pacers and the Bearcats making a few adjustments themselves. Is number 21, Michaela Kanjay, getting her second personal foul here this afternoon. Pacer basketball once more. Suzuki looking to go for three, and that's going to be her first one. And you know, Allie, sometimes, we've seen this before in some games how the Pacers, just some days they come out, they're shooting threes like it's absolutely nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And this is another game where we're seeing that here this afternoon.
For sure, and it's nice to see that too because against the Augusta Jaguars on Wednesday, that was something that we didn't do well. I think we only shot 1 3 successfully the entire match. So I love that we're still going for it. We're not just afraid to not do it anymore because it didn't work on Wednesday. I'm glad we've moved past that, and we're going for those risks again today.
The Pacers definitely showing some lessons learned from this past Wednesday's rivalry game here as Anderson almost loses the handle, but the number 1, Suzuki, once again. Suzuki to Williams, over to Tua, looking to go for 2 herself, gets it in. 25-18, the Pacers have switched momentum here thus far. 25-18, the Bearcats looking to catch up, find a wave of momentum themselves here coming into the second quarter. Less than 8 minutes remaining. The Harris go for 2 herself at the back iron. But for the rebound, Farah to Williams. Williams again here coming up against some tough Bearcats defense. Williams over short to Suzuki. Suzuki to Gardner. Gardner once again drives the lane. Looks at, and it's going to be a battle for the ball.
Basketball belongs to the Bearcats, and checking in number 23, Zero Rebound. And on the court for the Pacers, number 22, Brooklyn Anderson.
A battle for the ball and held basketball. It's going to be Bearcats basketball once more. Number 1, Amaya Melvins coming into the court for the first time this afternoon. Singing at 5'5" from Slickerville, New Jersey. Harris once again to Jester. Number 23 once again Washington. Harris calling for some offensive support, directing traffic here for the Bearcats. As the Bearcats look to drive the lane. This one coming back down on number 15. Call coming back down on number 15, Madison Williams here of the Pacers against number 1, Amaya Melvins. On the previous drive. They're coming back here to the free throw line, goes up, gets it in for 1. Bearcats looking to keep this score nice and tight. Coming here into the second quarter, making sure that the Pacers don't run away with the lead here thus far. Unsuccessful on her second attempt. However, for the rebound, Tuwell driving right, but shifting up the center. Looking for her intended target. She's covered all around, but instead calls an audible. Almost stolen there by the Bearcats. Anderson to Gardner. Goes up for 2. Head coach Mark Miller and assistant head coach Sarah Nuxel with a huge smile on their face there on that drive. Just proud of these women thus far. Able to make those adjustments there on the fly when need be. Showing some great ball movement here thus far. To number 3, Nia Jester. Over number 5, Mia Ricarte. And the Bearcats looking to go for two, but for the rebound, once again, the Pacers are going to have another opportunity just to further this point gap even further. Two-Will driving right with a handoff to Williams. Williams with a handoff to Suzuki. Short to Gardner. Two-Will once more here on the wing. 10 seconds left here on the clock. Gardner's going to go for three herself here at the key. And everyone's shooting threes here this afternoon.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Gardner, Anderson, and Suzuki. We're going to take another full media timeout. Pacer Nation, don't go anywhere. The action is just heating up once more. We'll be back here very shortly. And welcome back, Pacer Nation. Current score 30-19. And Allie, during the break, we were talking about how the Bearcats are having a tough time thus far, trying to upset the Pacers' ball movement, but not only just the Pacers' initiative just to shoot threes this afternoon.
Right. I mean, I think it is incredibly hard to form a game plan to stop both of those things. I mean, whether it's like, I think you kind of have to plan for one and give up the other. And it's really unfortunate for the Bearcats right now that we are on a roll with both ball movement and three-pointers right now. So I just hope we keep this up.
Pacers were coming into the second quarter shooting 8 of 15 at 53.3% and 3 of 4, 75%, to the Bearcats 1 of 6. When it comes to three-point percentages at 16.7, the Bearcats are going to have to make some adjustments themselves here as they look to do so on this drive. Passmore looking to drive the lane. Unsuccessful, looking to connect there in the net for the teardrop. However, Pacer basketball once more. Talk about a showing here for senior night.
Oh, yeah.
And from Two-Will to Williams. Williams over short to Two-Will. Two-Will looking to kick this one over to Suzuki where no one was standing. Goes up for two herself, 32-19. And what a great scouting there from Two-Will from the senior.
Oh, yeah.
As the entire Bearcats just shifted right side to the court, but Suzuki said, no, I'm going to go left. But almost intercepted there by Two herself. And some miscommunication, however, as the Bearcats lose the handle from Suzuki to Two-Will. Once again, here comes up here to the wing. She's going to go for three herself. Cuts inside, goes up for two off the moving screen. 34-19. The Pacers have just become comfortable leading here in the lead thus far, 34-19. As this is going to be a battle for the ball once again. Hell basketball. It's going to be Pacer basketball once again. The call being Hell basketball. Number 1, Amaya Melvins is going to be coming off. Number 4, Sarah Cruz substituting in. Two-Will with a huge smile here on her face here, looking to send this one inbound. Over short to Suzuki. Suzuki once more. Looking to move the ball here up the court, coming up against some tough defense here of the Bearcats. Number 20, Jessica Harris with a handoff to Two-Will. Goes up here for two herself here at the key off the back glass for the rebound. Once again, number 11, Passmore. Passmore drives the lane, goes up the hook for two, overshoots it. However, the whistle being thrown beforehand. As number 11, Passmore, looked to drive the lane. The Pacers getting the call. Taking another round trip here to the Cherry Stripe. Passmore misses her first attempt, one more remaining.
Take your time, take a deep breath. Take your time, you got it.
Once again, Passmore takes a form, gets it up, gets it in for one.
Back on the court for the Pacers, number 22, Anderson.
And that's the Rock Hill native coming back onto the court here this afternoon, closing out the first quarter strong here with a clutch three. Anderson looking to break through and shake up the Bearcats defense. Sends this one over to Suzuki, back to Gardner here at the wing for three herself, off the back iron, coming back down for the rebound. Harris loses possession, and it looked like a scratch. However, this one coming back down on the Pacers, number 13, Chesney Gardner. Bearcats basketball once more. The Bearcats with possession. Number 11, Passmore, over to Harris. Once again, Cruz. Bearcats looking to demonstrate some of their own ball movement as well. Passmore once again here at the key, almost stolen there by Farrah herself. However, the Bearcats keep it in there within their possession. Less than 10 left here on the shot clock with 5, 4. Convocation Center counts down. Bearcats are not able to connect. Farrah with the rebound over to Suzuki, to Tewell. Tewell over long inbound, almost to Gardner. However, the Bearcats cannot do it. Anderson looking to go off the back glass herself, not able to get up enough height for it. Bearcats, Jessica Harris drives in lane, over the lawn to number 4, Cruz going up for three herself. And the Farrah to Suzuki. The Pacers slowing down the pace here momentarily. Suzuki dribbling up the center, spins in the press, spins here in the center. Over short to Tewell. Tewell directing traffic here for the Pacers. This one coming back down, number 4, Sarah Cruz of the Bearcats. 34-20 your current score. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here. Once again, Pacer basketball. Tewell over long to Williams. Williams once more. Looking to move here on the moving screen, but tipped out by number 3 at Nia Jester. Bearcats basketball. Cruz looking to send this one inbound to number 11, Passmore. Passmore inbound, moving up the court, dribbling up the court. Number 12, Hamilton. Hamilton to Passmore, the Jester looking to cut inside. Call coming back down on the Pacers. Number 22, Corey Anderson. An unfortunate personal call coming back down on the Pacers. Thus far, less than 2 minutes remaining. 34-20 still your current score. Allie, as we are beginning to see this point gap just become further and further, what else do the Bearcats need to do here just to capitalize and just get back into the groove of things thus far?
Well, I've seen that they have stopped their full court press. They usually have one person up guarding anybody in their territory. So I think they have more people hanging back for defense. I think they're aiming to stop the ball movement right now, which I think was a good decision because our threes have kind of slowed down and stuff. We still only have, I think, 5 for the game. So I think that was a good call for Lander to try to hang back on the ball movement. But now I think they just need to execute more on offensive stuff. And I think that we are getting a lot of defensive rebounds right now, and so and they're getting a lot of offensive ones as well. But you know, the more offensive rebounds they can get, the more second chance opportunities they have. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Bearcats, number 12. Hamilton looking to go for three herself. However, for the rebound, number 11, Passmore again. Call coming back down, number 4, Cruz. Cruz looking to rally the Bearcats here. Looking to rally the Bearcats here at midcourt. The point gap becomes further and further. Pacers with a 16-point lead, 36-20. Williams with possession. Williams looking to break through. Number 23, Tabitha Daly. Excuse me, yes, Tabitha Daly of the Bearcats. Williams covered all around, looking for an intended target. And that's going to be longer than 5 seconds. However, for another turnover, it's going to be Bearcats basketball once more. Williams coming up against some tough Bearcats defense there on that drive. Looking to pass that one, but unable to do so. Bearcats have another opportunity to come out and drive thus far. Less than a minute remaining, 45 seconds here in the second quarter. And number 3, Anaya Jester. Going up for 2 herself. Anderson dribbling right. The kick over to Suzuki. Over short to Farah. Low post goes up for it. Unable to connect. Going up for her again. The call coming back up. Call coming back up on the Bearcats. Number 24. Top of the Daily.
Back on the court for the Pacers, number 13, Jessica Garner, and number 20, Jessica Harris checks back into the Lander lineup.
As both sides make the necessary adjustments that they need to. Anderson coming off the court. As Gardner is going to be coming back on. Farah looking to go for one, unable to connect.
And speaking of Farah, she is only 2 points away from having a double-double already. She has 11 rebounds and 8 points. So it's almost guaranteed that she'll get a double-double again this game.
And actually, Farah last week against Clayton State was only almost just a few points away herself from actually getting a triple-double.
Yeah.
Talk about statistics here and talk about just achievements here for the senior, who's also honored here earlier this afternoon. With less than 10 seconds left here in the second quarter before going to halftime. However, the Pacers are able to pick it up. The Bearcats are going to lose handles from Suzuki over to Williams, and that's going to be the end of the second quarter. As we have reached halftime, Pacer Nation, your current score being 37-22. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes. And welcome back, Pacer Nation. Current score being 37-22. So we are coming back here from halftime. I have been neglectful of our sponsors thus far here in this afternoon's game. This afternoon's game is brought to you by Aiken Flooring. You can most certainly stand on us, and is also brought to you by Hudson Etheridge Companies, providing all your quality home, business, car, and auto needs since 1876. If you find yourself here in the Aiken community with a need of those services, make sure you swing on out and give them a try. Bearcats were here with possession. Harris over on to number 11, Passmore. And the Pacers with possession. Williams cover here all around, looking to go. However, the Bearcats are able to capitalize. And while we were recently here during halftime, our statistics department realized that Kwajalein Farrow moved up to 4th in all-time scoring.
Wow.
Thus far.
Atta girl Kwajalein.
As Farrow's almost a few away from securing a double-double herself. Don't be surprised if we see that as well. 2-0 far over inbound to Gardner or Farah, as both women both race for the ball. Just a little bit too much fire on that arm, almost like a rocket ship.
Oh yeah, I would have loved to see that play out though. That was, that's a great play, great intention by the Pacers.
Great intention, like you mentioned before, Allie. Mel 2-0 doing the same thing earlier here this afternoon. The Pacers just willing to take more risk here this afternoon thus far.
For sure. And I think, too, when we're this late in the game and you know you're about to go up against a really strong team, like it's you got to risk it or it's nothing, you know. It's kind of like go big or go home. What do you have to lose? So I love this mentality that we're playing with today. And
the Pacers are coming in with a mentality of we're going to be probably one of the leading teams here in this conference, and it'll be a big win and just a phenomenal way as a closure to close out the season.
Absolutely. Great senior day for Mel and for Kwajalein.
And the 2-0 number 24, Tabitha Daly, going up for 2. Once again, over far along inbound from 2-0 to Gardner. Back to Williams. Williams to Gardner. To Williams, what a handoff to 2-0. Here at the key, looking to cut inside, drives the lane, unable to do so, unable to connect. Harris over London 3. Jester going up for 2, not enough, not able to capitalize, showing some frustration there. Once again, the Pacers are able to pick it up for the rebound. Williams over long to 2-0. Suzuki right here at the wing, who's going to go for 3 herself. Can she get it? Not able to do so. Off the back iron to Farrow, gets it in for herself. And from the Bearcats with possession once more, looking to go up herself. And unable to do so. Call coming back down here on the floor.
And with that last basket, Kwajalein Farrow officially has a double-double for this game. She has 12 rebounds, and that made 11 points on that last drive. So great job, Kwajalein.
Congratulations, Kwajalein Farrow once more. Coming up to the fourth in all-time scoring, also a double-double. 2 accomplishments this afternoon. As the Bearcats once again are going to go up. Gets it in for 1, number 21. Kayla Kanje. Anderson dribbling left. Coming up against Harris, looking to go up for some great defense. Unable to capitalize though. From 2-0, drops the lane, goes up for 2 herself. 43-26. The Bearcats. Harris going up for 3 herself. Unable to. From Suzuki to 2-0 to Williams. Once again, drives the lane, goes up for 2 for the rebound. Anderson herself. The call coming back down on Rakoya Anderson. And that's going to be Anderson's 3rd personal foul. Head coach Mark Miller
And everyone
Definitely.
else in the whole convocation center just really confused as to how. They said that she pushed the player that was already dead on the ground. So I'm not sure about that call.
Anderson to be careful not to be fouled out here this afternoon. So we hate to have to see her come off the court. The Bearcats once again here with possession here on the arc on the wings. Number 3, Jester to Harris, going up for 3 herself, overshoots it. However, the Bearcats for the rebound, defensive rebound, are able to recover. This one coming back down, number 21 of the Bearcats, Michaela Conjay. Another turnover here working against the Bearcats. And 2 over long to Farrell. Great handle on it to Anderson right there for the low post for 2.
It was such a great play.
45-26 your current score. Just all women here just coming out into the court this afternoon and just showing what they can do here in the Convocation Center. The Bearcats are just trying to just tear down and break down this Pacer drive thus far. They're unable to do so. Sarah Cruz getting a 3-point basket herself. Pacer Nation, we're going to take another full media timeout here. We'll be back here in a few minutes. And welcome back, Pacer Nation, from another full media timeout. This afternoon's game is brought to you by Aiken Fish House in North Shabar. Southern seafood served with Southern hospitality. If you ever find yourself here in the Aiken community with a craving for Southern seafood, make sure you come on out and try a famous side of their alligator tail, as I'm sure the Pacers will be doing if they're able to walk away with another win. Farrah coming in for the inbound catch over from Toole to Williams to Suzuki. Once more looking to turn, spin here on the wings. Garner cutting inside, back to Williams. Perfect placement here in the wings. Cuts inside instead, trails back outside. Short to Toole at the key. Suzuki, is she going to go for 3? The Bears running overtime, less than 10 left here on the shot clock. Toole going up for 3 herself, overshoots it for the rebound. Pacers are able to recover. Farrah for 3, 2, 10. Suzuki get a no, and it's going to be Bearcats basketball. A great attempt there for the Pacers, unable to connect there, unfortunately. Harris with possession once more, over long to number 5. Ricarte going up for 3 herself. Sitting at 6'2", the sophomore all the way from Spain. Coming back onto the court here this afternoon. Williams and Harris. These women have matched up here thus far, have matched up countless times here this afternoon. And off the moving screen, number 3, Jester, taking the initiative, however, unfortunately, sending this one right on out to the assistant head coach, Sarah Nuxel. The Farrah, Garner going up for 2 herself. For the rebound, Farrah, low post, but comes in. However, the call comes back down on Farrah.
Speechless on that one. I know y'all can't tell at home, but my jaw dropped after that play, like everyone else is on the bench for Pacers.
Well, like I saw it out the corner of my eye, and I was like, yeah, like.
I was thinking that they found Guadalajara, which made sense. I mean, I don't I think they're making subjective calls on both sides, which is good. But I mean, it's not one-sided. But man, that's unfortunate.
And Pacer Nation, just like that, we're going to take another timeout here on the floor with less than 5 minutes remaining. We'll be back here very shortly. And welcome back, Pacer Nation. Current score being 45-32, 4 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. Pacers are having a field day this afternoon, just running away with the lead.
Oh yeah.
Hoping to come away with a win against one of the leading teams here in the conference. From Williams to 2-0 once more. Over long. Kennedy deciding, hesitating to go up, but goes up and step for two, 47-32. And I don't know if you saw Allie Gardner, she hesitated right there for a second. She went up for a fake, but she said, no, I'm going to go for it anyway, and she was able to do so.
Oh yeah, I think she was trying to, I mean, like we talked about our great ball movement, I think she was really trying to find somebody open. But she's like, hold on, I'm open. Happens sometimes when you're trying to be that good of a teammate. And with that basket, too, Chesney Gardner is now leading the Pacers and everyone on both teams in points with 12 points.
It's all women thus far this afternoon, from Gardner to Farah to Anderson to Suzuki and Will and Madison.
I mean, all 6 ladies today are just playing so hard. I mean, just like a whole nother level that I haven't really seen this season. So I love that this came out for such a big game, it being the last home game and senior day, and against such a strong team. Absolutely.
For the rebound from Suzuki's 3. Call coming back down on the Bearcats, number 21, Michaela Conjay.
Going to the line to shoot 2 is Chesney Gardner. Checking back in is number 24 for Lander Tabitha Daly and number 41 for the Pacers, Colin Farron.
And as the Pacers take another round trip here to the cherry red stripe, Chesney Gardner earning herself another opportunity at free throws. As you said before, Allie, she is leading at 12. That's going to be 13. Matches her number.
And another stat update, Mel Tuyul is very close to having a double-double of her own. She has 8 points and 8 assists on the day so far. So hopefully by the end of this match, she'll have a double-double for her senior day.
And what a big win that would be for Mel Tuyul herself. And once again, number 3, Anaya Jester getting just fingertips on this. It's just one fail on out, going right into the lobby of the Convocation Center. Pacer basketball once more. Passmore coming back onto the court as number 5, Ricarte, is going to be coming off. Gardner dribbling up the center. Over to Williams, driving strong. However, as the Pacers are going to lose the handle on this one.
Basketball belongs to Bearcats.
Once again, the battle for the ball, held basketball. It's going to be Bearcats basketball once more. Cruz sending this one inbound to number 11 to Passmore. Passmore dribbling up the court to number 3, Jester. Back to Harris once again here at the key, going up high for 3 herself. Off the rebound.
The fouls on number 4, Sarah Cruz, her third of the team
Bearcats. Number 4, Sarah Cruz, getting her 3rd personal foul here this afternoon. Coming off the sideline, coming off onto the sideline, over far inbound. Farah looking to save this one, but unable to do so. Bearcats basketball once again.
I love that play, though. I love that we keep running it here and there. Whether it works or not, though, I love it. Because when it works, it's such a great, momentum gainer, you know?
Well, the Pacers have been able to show some tremendous leadership thus far this afternoon. Even though while the Bearcats were able to score there on that drive, Passmore, Mel Tuwell and Kwajalein Farah definitely demonstrating some of that leadership. As we come back here to shoot another round of free throws here at the line. Madison Williams, number 15. The Pacers just demonstrating phenomenal leadership here thus far this afternoon. Farah and Tuwell both. Williams goes up, gets it in for one, takes another form. Unsuccessful on the on the second attempt. From Harris to Passmore, once again back to Harris here at the key. Hesitates to go up to number 12, Hamilton, cuts inside over the Bearcats once again, demonstrating some ball movement themselves. Passmore looking to go for 3. Can she get it? And that one dripped around, just lobbied around the net, around the iron. However, the call comes back down on the Bearcats. Number 3, Anaya Jester. And Allie, that's got to be frustrating. You talk about on that previous drive, the Bearcats, they looked collected, they looked cohesive, they were showing some great ball movement there, closing up some of those passing lanes, and unfortunately, as one of them went up for 3, unsuccessful there in that attempt. And not only that, you get a call coming back down, allowing the other team, the Pacers, to go to take another round trip here to the Cherry Stripe.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that on top of how the rest of this game is going did not help the situation at all. But, I mean, we talk about how shots here in the Convocation Center defy the laws of physics. That shot over there, I was like, that's a given. It was totally going in, and then just out of nowhere, just popped on out. and then you also get a foul. So, yes, that's absolutely frustrating.
51-34, your current score. Harris to Passmore once again. Both women trying to set up the Bearcats offense coming out into this drive. As they drive the lane with a handoff to number 12 to Hamilton. Off the back iron to Tuwell for the rebound. Tuwell dribbling up the center but shifting right. Looks to go but trails back outside the arc here. Sizing up the Bearcats, setting up the offense once again, directing traffic here for the Pacers. Anderson at the key, less than 15 on the clock. Anderson spins in the lane, turns around, pivots, gets it in for 2, 53-34.
And she is now tied with Chesney Gardner for leading points. They both have 14 points now on the night.
A tremendous and phenomenal afternoon thus far for all these women, just for a home game and just for senior night thus far. Bearcats looking to return the receipt, and number 11, Passmore, does. And Tuwell far overlong, inbound to Gardner, great handles. Comes here, right up here to the arc, spins in the lane, looking to kick this one back to Anderson. Once more, goes up for 2 herself, off the back iron for the rebound. Number 23, Sierra Redville. Harris here on the arc. The handoff to Redville once more, goes up for 3 off the back iron. And the Bearcats are just struggling to connect here this afternoon with threes. However, the Pacers are going to look to do the same thing here this drive. Tuwell almost losing the handle. Over to Anderson. To Williams. The Pacers slowing down the pace here momentarily. With a handoff from Williams to Tuwell. Williams going up for 3 or so. Who gets it in? That's going to be another Pacer with another 3. That's going to be Williams' first 3 this afternoon. Everyone's shooting threes here.
Oh my gosh. Man, we need to get in there and start shooting some threes. Might be our lucky day.
Well, less than a minute here in the third quarter. The Bearcats looking to go for two, but however, the call coming back down. The officials are going to convene to see what the official call will be.
Foul is on number 11. Mel Kiwi will reverse the team score. Number 10, Chikai Parker, and number 1, Kana Suzuki checking the lineups.
And as the call comes back down on the Pacers, number 11, Mel Chewell. Bearcats basketball once more. And with a 20-point lead, the Pacers 56-36. 53.7 seconds remaining here. From Harris. Looking to go up number 24, top of the day. A great initiative, however, not able to connect. Interesting moving the ball here up the court with less than a minute remaining. Suzuki with possession, dribbles right, swings right, trails back with a handoff to 2-0, who swings left. Looking to come up to the key, cuts inside, drops the lane. Here on the arc, Farrell, low post, back to Suzuki right here, going up for three herself. Can she get it? Not far enough. However, Farrell keeps this one in, and the official's going to say she stepped outside. Bearcats basketball once more.
I mean, that's some really good ball movement that we saw right here.
Some great ball movement initiated there by the Pacers. As you hate to see those type of drives end in those type of calls. However, the Bearcats are going to take it anyway.
But the benefit of that is we burn some time, which is always good.
As you are exactly right, burn some time, 10.2 seconds remaining. The Pacers were able to run down the clock. They were able to kill time.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, even when you have a 20-point lead, of course I would love to see these ladies keep on shooting threes and keep on, you know, scoring and everything. But, I mean, we don't have to make things harder than it has to be, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. On the moving screen, however, Harris was able to pick it up as Madison lost the handles. Harrison looking to go for three herself. However, that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 56-36 your current score. Pacer Nation, don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we are going right into the fourth quarter. We'll be back here very shortly. And welcome back, Pacer Nation. Clarkson and Farrah leading the Pacers with 17 total points. 10 rebounds. As we mentioned before earlier, congratulations to Farrah with a double-double. Pacers coming out here again once more in this drive, showing some great ball movement. 2-0 going up for two herself. Bounces off the iron, comes back down for the rebound. Number 21, Michaela Congo, back to number 11. Once again, Passmore. And Suzuki driving hard. However, the call coming back down on the Pacers.
The foul is on number 1, Kana Suzuki, her first and team's first.
Bearcats basketball once more. 56-38. With a handoff from Harris to number 11, Passmore. Going up for two themselves. Bearcats unsuccessful. Unsuccessful in that drive. However, it's going to remain Bearcats basketball. Anderson coming off the court for number 13, Gardner, Chesney Gardner. Over long to Bearcats. Back to Harris, looking to cut inside, drives the lane. Back to number 3. Jester going up for 3 herself, and once again, just some of those laws of physics. However, for the rebound, number 20, Jessica Harris getting up for 2 herself. From Suzuki to Williams, some tag team coordination between Suzuki and Williams himself. Suzuki looking to go a little bit inside, going to the low post. Hirsu here on the wings. Gardner, perfect placement. Can she get it? She gets it in. And I said perfect placement. That was a little bit odd, but however, Gardner was able to make it work somehow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that angle, too, she was kind of behind the backboard on that. So, I mean, she found the exact perfect angle, the only angle that you could have scored on that. And so, great job, Chesney.
The Bearcats looking to return to receive. Harris looking to go for 3 herself, but for the rebound, number 21, Congo looking to go for 2. Number 21, Michaela Conjay takes another round trip here to the free throw line. 58-41. The Bearcats looking to close up that point gap here. Less than 10 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. As we come down to crunch time, and as the Bearcats are successful in both free throw attempts, from Tuo to Suzuki. As we come down to crunch time, and from Williams to Gardner, spins in the lane, or kick back to Williams, to Tuo. Williams now with possession. Williams trying to fight her way up here to the arc. Back to Gardner. Gardner once more, covered all around, over short to Tuo. Less than 10 seconds remaining. Almost lost there, lost by the handles. Kana Suzuki's gonna have to go for 3. Can she get it? She gets it in. And Allie, both you and I were both holding our breath on that one.
I know, oh my God.
Well, when it comes down to the crunch time, especially on the shot clock, Suzuki is always able to come out and perform, and she made it work right then and there.
Oh, for sure.
Number 21, Michaela Conjay, getting her 5th foul here this afternoon, coming off the court. From Tuo to Williams to Gardner here at the wing. To Tuo coming right inside the post, overshoots it, but for the rebound. However, the Bearcats are able to pick this one up. To number 11, Passmore once again, dribbling all the way up the center, going up for 2 herself. Gets it in. A terrific drive there from the Bearcats. However, some miscommunication. Tuo looking as the intended target was Gardner. Once again, too much fire on that one, just almost like a rocket ship, just hailing that one like a Hail Mary, looking for the end zone.
Oh yeah, Mel's just too strong.
Too strong for her own good sometimes.
But what a great problem to have, you know?
Bearcats basketball once more, less than 8 minutes remaining. Harris with possession with a handoff to number 10. Kaya Parker coming to the court for the first time this afternoon, unable to connect as this one comes on out. Pace of basketball once more. Tuo looking to go for that Hail Mary once more, but no, she's going to go for short instead. Gardner short over to Williams. Back over to Tuo once again, dribbling up the court. Trails back to the outside wings. Back over to Williams. Looking to come up to the arc. Tuo looking for intended target. 15 left here on the shot clock. Williams drives the lane, unable to connect. For the rebound, Farrah looking to go for 2 herself. However, battle for the rebound. Bearcats looking to keep this one in. Pacer basketball. The initiative from the Bearcats working against them in favor of the Pacers. Pacer basketball. From Farrow to handoff to Williams. Suzuki. Call coming up on the Bearcats to number 24. Number 24, Tabitha Daly. 61-44, your current score. 2-0 over short to Gardner. Williams sizing up the Bearcats defense. 2-0, Williams looking to cut inside. Over to 2-0 to Gardner. With a great handle, looking to go on the moving screen. Call comes back down, number 13, Chestnut Gardner, for another turnover. Bearcats basketball. Sierra Cruz, all the way from North Augusta. It's about 15 minutes here up the road. Looking to send this one inbound to the intended target being Passmore. Starting on drive on play, goes up for two herself. 61-46.
And talking about Sarah Cruz being from North Augusta, fun fact, she is 2 years younger than I am, and we played volleyball together at North Augusta High School. She was on,
Wow.
Her freshman and sophomore year, she played volleyball as well. So she's super athletic.
Sarah Cruz demonstrating some of that athleticism this afternoon at 61-47. 2-0 driving hard left, looking to go all the way. Can she go? Goes up the hook for two. Coming back down, both women are going to take a fall. Cruz herself gets on up.
On number 4, Sarah Cruz, that's her fourth. It's the team's third.
Cruz trying to shut down that drive. She was able to prevent any more points going on the board for 2-0. However, it's going to work against her as 2-0 takes another round trip here to the free throw line. She's going to go up, gets it in for one, and the senior is successful in connecting. Once again, 2-0 takes her form, gets it in. Bounces around the iron, comes in down for one, 63-47. Coming closer and closer into crunch time. What a handoff from Passmore to Harris, directing traffic here for the Bearcats. Bearcats looking to go for three off the back glass for the rebound. 2-0 once more. Driving the senior, looking to make a name for herself thus far. Gardner going up for two. And the entire Pacer bench is standing.
Oh, yeah.
That's her fourth. It's the team's fourth. Checking the lineup is number 10, Jakaya Parker, and for the Pacers, number 22, Bertoya Anderson, and Chesney Gardner at the line for two.
And while Chesney is shooting, I'll take a second to mention that with Malik Tuliol's last free throw that she made, she has now secured a double-double with 10 points and 10 assists.
A great job here by the Pacers thus far. Anaya Jester currently on her fourth foul. Both Jester and Cruz both currently on the fourth foul here this afternoon. 4 fouls each. Both women to be careful as they have been very fundamental here for the Bearcats. To be careful not to be fouled out this afternoon. However, and they're unsuccessful in the previous drive. It's going to remain Bearcats basketball. Harris still here with possession, almost losing the handle, looking to go for three herself for the rebound. Gardner in the perfect place for it. Sends this one over short to Williams. Back to Gardner, dribbling her way up the key. With a back pass over to Williams once more. Williams scaling back, 15. Left here on the shot clock, cuts inside, spins, low post, high post, excuse me. Suzuki going up for three herself, overshoots it for the rebound. Jessica Harris, short over to Passmore, dribbling right, cuts inside, shifts inside, goes up for two off the back glass, 65-49. Williams once again directing traffic here for the Pacers as Harris looking to block the pass. Going up, this one coming out into the Pacer audience.
Back in the court for Pacers, number 41, Quadra Latera.
Pacer basketball once more. 2-0. Over short to Williams. Once again, this one sailing out. Pacer basketball once more. Two over long to Anderson, spins, pivots, goes up for two herself.
The foul is on number 10, Jakaya Parker,
number 10, Jakaya Parker.
Anderson to shoot 2.
And as Anderson was right there in the low post trying to spin and pivot in the paint for 2, getting her foul for herself here this afternoon. Anderson successful in her first attempt. Can she do it on the second? As Anderson goes up, rolls around the iron, comes back down for the rebound. Harris scouting the court, looking for an intended target. Over to Passmore, going up for 3 herself. Unable to do so, unsuccessful, covered all around. However, Tua was able to break through.
The foul is on number 10, Jakaya Parker. That's her second. And before we
Parker getting her second consecutive foul here this afternoon. And before we come back here to the chair strike, we're going to take another full media timeout. We'll be back here very shortly. And welcome back, Pacer Nation. This afternoon's game is brought to you by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, Aiken's leading tire and auto center for over 50 years. If you ever find yourself out here in the Aiken community with any vehicular maintenance needs, make sure you swing on out to Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. Let them know that Pacer Athletics sent you, and I'm sure they'd be very happy to set you up with an oil change. Toole comes back here to the free throw line. The call recently coming back down with number 10, Jakaya Parker, already with 2 fouls herself. Will takes her forward, goes up, gets it in for 1. 67-49, your current score. The Bearcats once again looking to come out here into this drive, as the Pacers have been able to just have a field day thus far. Number 23, Redville, looking to go up for the rebound. Once again, Harris. Back to Cruz, going up for 3 herself. Cruz was looking for that 3 all afternoon, and she finally got it.
And that's a great shot.
67-52. And as we talk about three-pointers, Allie, I believe that's what the Bearcats will need to start dishing out as we continue to count down and come into crunch time.
For sure. I mean, it's very possible to come up with 15 points in 4 minutes, 23 seconds. There's nothing denying that, but we're also going to be scoring in the meantime as well. So, I mean, like you're saying, threes are going to be what keeps them in the game at this point.
On the court for the Pacers, number 13, Chesney Gardner. Madison Williams shooting 2.
Well, currently the Pacers, as we talked about earlier before, we talked about full court press, how the Bearcats have been able to back off of that. However, the Bearcats, if they can find themselves within the passing lanes of the Pacers have these few and far in between passing lanes, that the Bearcats can somehow find a way to get in between those and get some more steals there, especially get some more points here in the paint and some more three-pointers. We can definitely see a much more closer matchup.
For sure.
To number 11, Passmore, once again looking to cut inside, drops the lane, off the back glass for the rebound. Farah looking for an intended target, but it's going to dribble anyway. And Farah back to Anderson. Anderson would have passed right there into the paint for Gardner to go up for 2. And just once again, the Pacers is demonstrating some of that great ball movement once more.
And that last play marks Kwajalein Farah's 20th rebound and Chesney Gardner's 20th point on the night.
Don't be surprised if that's going to be Farah's game high points this afternoon. 20, 71-52. Once again, congratulations to Kwajalein Farah, just coming out here and just Just putting on a clinic here this afternoon. 20 total points. I was getting a triple-double last week. A double-double last week anyway, and a double-double this week.
Oh, yeah.
And moving up to the 4th in all-time scoring. Madison Williams once again getting it up for 2. And the Bearcats are going to call a timeout. Pacer Nation, your current score is 73-52. We'll be back here very shortly. And welcome back, Pacer Nation. Bearcats basketball once more. It's number 1, Melvin's looking to drive the lane, goes up off the back glass. Williams with the rebound, dribbling right, but shifting left. Less than 3 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. To Will, over to Gardner. Gardner back over to Anderson here at the key. Back to Williams once more. Williams scaling, trailing back. Looking to spin here, midcourt. Once again, Anderson, the intended target, goes up for 3, shooting over the Bearcats off the back iron. Once again, 2 Will for the rebound. Pacers are able to recover with a handoff to Williams once more. The Pacers are going to have another opportunity to drive. Less than 15 here on the shot clock. Williams once again here, dribbling right, looking to drive the lane, unable to connect. Anderson keeps this one in. Gardner, 5, 4, 3, 2, Anderson. Farrah going up for 2 herself. However, the clock is going to reset. Pacer basketball once more. A 3rd consecutive drive here for the Pacers. Pacers almost getting the shot clock violation there. However, Williams going up for 2, overshoots it. For the rebound, the Bearcats over long to number 12, Quadesia Hamilton. Back to 1, Melvins once more. Back to 5, Ricarte. Number 32, Jenkins. Jenkins looking to go for 2, keeps this one in. Less than 15 left here on the shot clock. Ricarte back to 10. Parker going up for 3 herself, gets it in. 73-58, your current score.
And during the timeout, our stats team also informed us that the 20th, but now 21st rebound that Kwajalein Ferris had on the night, that marks the most rebounds in a single game since USC Aiken has been in Division II. So, breaking another school record here on Senior Day.
Kwajalein Ferris just breaking all the records here in just one game this afternoon. Talk about a way just to end a season. And for the rebound from 2-0 to Gardner for the rebound, who gets it up for 2. 75-55 and less than a minute remaining. The Bearcats are going to continue to pull out all the stops here. To number 32, Jenkins. The Bearcats looking to go, overshooting it, coming right into the hands of Anderson. And once more, and as Tua's going to be coming off the court, Suzuki's going to be coming back on. Tua with a huge smile on her face. Just what a phenomenal game here this afternoon. And a substitution, another substitution timeout for Farrah. The Pacers putting on a huge clinic here this afternoon. Head coach Mark Miller, Sarah Nuxel, just a huge smile, embracing these women just for putting on a clinic not only this afternoon, but this entire season. Allie, you can't take anything away here from these women.
Oh gosh, no. And I mean, this single game has honestly just been the definition of how they've played for all 4 of their years. You know, Kwajalein Fair breaking records left and right. Mel Tulio being such a great teammate, leading in assists and getting a double-double in assists, just shy of a triple-double with 8 rebounds. I mean, and then everyone else too, not just the seniors. I know we talk about the seniors a lot for senior day, but every other single person is following the lead of Mel and Kwajalein. And I mean, it's just, today we've just been a well-oiled machine and the best I've seen them play all season. And no better way to end in your home game season for these seniors than having a game like this.
Absolutely. Just these women playing on all 8 cylinders from tip-off until now. Williams, 5 seconds left here on the shot clock. Are the Pacers, are they going to take the shot clock violation? We'll see. It looks like they're probably going to do so.
Shot clock violation, Lander basketball.
Pacers taking the shot clock violation, allowing the turnover over to the Bearcats. 14.3 seconds remaining. Bearcats looking to make a huge final play here this afternoon. Number 1, Amaya Melvins with possession over number 32, Jenkins. 4, 3, 2, and that's going to be the end of it. Pacer Nation, your final score is 75-55. What a phenomenal, tremendous way to close out the season. The Pacers able to upset one of the leading teams here in the conference. Each and every single woman who's on the court here this afternoon put on a clinic, and that is the epitome of basketball, of Pacer athletics. Allie, what are your final thoughts here on this afternoon's game?
I mean, I'm just so thrilled and I'm so just giddy over how this whole game has played out. I mean, they just showed that with like all this teamwork that you have and just working hard throughout the entire game, they did not let up for a single second. And that's how you beat a team that's leading, or one of the leading teams in the conference by 20 points. I mean, and just how we talked about, every PBC game is going to be a strong game no matter what. So no matter what you come in, what the record is or what your stats are like, every game's a new game. And I think that just the energy of senior day just boosted this as well. So I mean, just great effort by all Pacers that played tonight. And I'm just so happy that this is how they ended their home games.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Pacer Nation, before we sign off, we have some thoughts here from our very own assistant head coach, Sarah Nuxel. Sarah Nuxel, congratulations on a huge win. You guys were able to just come through and conquer one of the leading teams here in the conference. I saw you and Mark Miller over there. Just huge smiles on your face. Kwajalein Farah, Mel Tuwell, Rakoya Anderson, Kana Suzuki, all these women came out this afternoon. They put on a clinic. What was your mindset coming into this afternoon's game?
No, it's excuse me.
No, please.
It's been a rough 2 weeks for us, and you know, all we said to them was, go play your guts out and see what happens, and you know, try and send Mel and Kay out of here with a win, but go play your guts out for them, and they absolutely did that and more.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Just once again, congratulations. Kwajalein Farah, of course, getting a double-double, 21 total points here this afternoon. 11 total points, 21 total rebounds, moving up to the 4th of all time, and just scoring overall. And just the most rebounds here in Division II here for USC Aiken since this school became a Division II. Yeah. You and Mark have just done a tremendous job thus far this season. You guys absolutely deserve every recognition.
Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, Kay, I mean, God, we're going to miss her. We're going to miss Mel, too, because Mel brings it every day. Every day, like we know what we get from those two, and we're gonna miss them both.
Absolutely, yes,
but
ma'am.
Gutsy performance on senior night to get the win that they deserve that. With all the stuff that we've gone through as a team, and them with injuries and everything else, like hats off to them. They 100% deserve this today.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. And we were able to see that today. You told these women, come out, just show your hearts out, play as much as you can. And as Allie and I were talking about earlier before today, from start to finish, from tip-off to now, it was just a well-oiled machine. Sarah, I don't want to keep you too long. I see you're very emotional.
Thanks.
You definitely deserve all the recognition here this afternoon. Just congrats on another huge win.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Pacer Nation, thank you once again for joining us here this season for a tremendous game. Pacer Nation, make sure you stick around here for post-game coverage from tonight's standouts from the women, and also make sure you stick around for the men's basketball game coming up against the men Bearcats. We'll be back here very shortly.